this winning streak. The Lakers have averaged 109 a game. So will it be a sweep of the weekend against the team that has really, really matched up well with the Lakers? It's controlled by Okafor and taken right away. Relaxing against Kobe. He'll go the distance. An ominous beginning, to say the least, for Byron Scott's squad.
Yeah, you cannot relax in the NBA. In basketball, at this level, you relax, you're really putting yourself in jeopardy.
Here comes Okafor.
So they're going to test out DJ Benga right off the start to see what he can do against Okafor.
Got him out of position. Man, mistimed on the jump on the run to the baseline by Julian Wright. So the Lakers with an early 2 off a turnover. And once again, they were great last year in that category. The Lakers lead the league in points off turnovers. Entry to Benga. Lamar kept it alive, but Okafor's got it. A double-double guy, as he has consistently been since he came into the league. Emeka Okafor.
Well, he's one of those underrated guys, too, because he doesn't have spectacular numbers, but you look at the numbers at the end of a game or so, you say, wow, he had himself quite an evening. We talked about relaxing. First possession. Devin Brown relaxed enough. So Kobe says, don't you remember that I'm a defensive specialist also?
Okafor 13 and 11 a game in his first few as a member of the Hornets. And Benga had great position, but continued to ride Chris Paul, who had nowhere to go. So the Lakers so thin at the post to begin with, and that's an early foul on DJ Benga.
Benga did a good job of stepping out, but then that's when he has to just try to get out the way, let the court or the inline be another defender. This ball goes out of bounds, and hopefully feeling okay after hitting the stand. This is their guy they used in the half-court set. He's been here when he's had the last couple of games here at Staples Center. He's had some big nights.
David West turned out to be a steal, didn't he, when they took him out of Xavier of Ohio with the 18th selection back in 2003. Bench coming off a hot game. It'll be Lamar, nobody challenged. And Lamar gets it before West can even respond. 5-2 Lakers.
Well, again, just running the offense, and when you score in your offense, the coaching staff makes them look like geniuses.
Artez, don't know if you have to worry about Julian Wright that much, that far out. It's off the shin and poked away as well by Benga. More points off a turnover. Fish thinking about it. And Okafor, another early board. Well, the Lakers shot poorly in the first half, made up for it Friday night in the second half. Crossover time, Brown protected it, and Okafor will finish it.
And that happens with dribble penetration. Benga was there trying to force the miss by Devin Brown, which he did, but nobody put a body on Okafor, and he gets an easy one.
1 point game. New Orleans coming off an embarrassment on Friday night at home. Kobe on his effort to start this one. He's got a couple of inches at least on Devin Brown as he took it to the high post. And the Lakers lead again by 3. Chris Paul missing his first try. One of the hottest shooters in the NBA over the first few games. Step back. And Benga almost took it away from Okafor. David West tees it up. Boys, we talk about a guy like Josh Paul coming off the Lakers bench. David West has your classic face-up game, doesn't he?
Well, he's got a beautiful stroke, just a beautiful stroke. And he can get you in the mid-post. He shows some range there by stepping out for 21 feet or so.
29-year-old from Garner, North Carolina. In his 7th season with the Hornets. Fish, it's off the leg of David West, out of bounds with 7 of the shot clock for the Lakers. So 37% in the first half on Friday night. The Lakers ended up shooting just about 51%. That's how hot they were in the second half.
Yeah, that's 67% third quarter.
Kobe, Fish, great communication on the run. Kobe on the dunk. He's got 6 of the first 9 for the Lakers.
Well, I've always said it. You've heard me say it many times. When you take away something, you're giving something. Devin Brown took away Kobe coming out to get it. So a simple backdoor lob, easy hoop.
How many times did Mayo try to overplay Kobe on Friday night? Good D. Man, last touch by Wright. Good rotation. Simple switch.
Yeah, the ball comes into Derek. He's trying to overplay, spin. That's nice. That's just good eye contact. That's all that is.
They'll run off DJ. He's not going to be the assist guy. We know that. But he'll take a jump hook. Lakers up by 5. Their biggest so far. And DJ is on the board.
I'm surprised teams don't really smother him once he catches the ball in the post, especially on the first dribble.
Chris Paul. Dribble is gone after it ricocheted. Okafor doesn't get the roll. His easiest shot all night. Wasn't contested. Now Lamar. Derek. And in rhythm. Lakers lead it 13-6. How long will it be before a timeout? Just about 5 minutes gone to the first 12. So the Lakers hitting 2/3 of their shots to start the game. Out of bounds. Artest on the pressure. Last touched it. Boy, Artest, 3 consecutive very good games at both ends of the floor. In fact, averaging 18 over the last 3.
That's called consistency. And that's what obviously the team wants from him.
David West. Off balance as Lamar made sure he wasn't going to have any space. Kobe, triple. And Lamar all locked up with David West, and the foul is going to be called on David West. Lamar doesn't feel comfortable rebounding with more than one hand, does it?
Well, especially when the other one's being held around your waist. But Lamar is just one of those players that you think, he gets the rebounds, but he really doesn't jump that high. He just has great timing and uses that tap to himself routine.
Kobe, a little step through. No, fall away instead. It's going to be short. Man, out of bounds off DJ Benga.
Well, those are the kind of fouls or plays where you get a foul when you're coming over the top of a guy your size. He's got inside position and you swing that hard.
Too often it's a loose ball foul, and for DJ, he can't afford it. Neither can the Lakers. That would have been his second. 6:40 left, and a very good start for the Lakers tonight. David West. Difficult shot. Okafor there, trying to clean it up, and off the fingertips of Julian Wright. A real long, small forward.
Yeah, off his fingertips because of Artest.
What a pass, Lamar. DJ, a little too hot for him. Hands weren't up yet.
Hands in the ready position all the time for reasons just like that.
Chris Paul all the way to the cup. Stops a 6-0 run. Chris Paul comes into the game, and a ton of points for him early. In fact, 5th in the league. Kobe did all the work early, gets the finger roll. Artest to Kobe, and Kobe's got 8 with the Lakers up by 7.
See, now that's way too easy there. I mean, Kobe just walked Devin Brown into the paint, sealed him, get an easy layup.
The Lakers 7 of 12. Kobe 4 of 7. And Devin Brown, who came into the league as a pretty good scorer. Last couple of years, not much playing time. Kobe asking for it again. Inside-out game. A lot of time on the shot clock. Kobe off the heel of the West.
Got to get to the ball right now. It's Benga on CP3.
Now the switch, Kobe and Okafor. Mecca Okafor with good recognition.
Well, Kobe went for the suicide steal there. No help, no time to give help when a guy catches it in that position on the floor. So that's almost a gimme basket.
Good start for Okafor with 4 points and 5 early boards. He's in his 6th season out of UConn. A run off Artest. Lamar, the triple.
Right on the arm.
And DJ Redick. Fresh shot clock for the Lakers. And that's what DJ did so well. He had 9 rebounds in the first quarter last game. His career best was 7. Kobe, baseline spin and a trip. It'll come into the side. When we come back to Staples Center.
Well, the start of the ball game is number 24 is really putting his fingerprints all over it. In 7 minutes, he's got 8 points. He had 2 before the Hornets even blinked. As the Lakers go up by 5 with 4:37 left to go here in the first. The Hornets 15-10, and for the Hornets, one of their main scorers is a guy by the name of David West. And our Klondike scouting report talks about one of the things, some of the things you look for in David. He's got a very good mid-range game. I mean, very good. Now, he's their half-court top-scoring option. You know, obviously Chris Paul can do just about anything, but that's the guy he's looking for first and foremost. And you got to make him play defense. Lamar, he's guarding Lamar to start the game. Lamar has to be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end.
Let's head downstairs now. Check in with Chris McGee. Geeter.
Yeah, thanks, Joel. Thanks, Stu. With the absence of Andrew Bynum and Pau Gasol, that means more opportunities for the bench, especially guys like DJ Benga, who's starting in only his 4th game of his career on Friday night, played 30 minutes, a career high at 13 rebounds and 5 points and 4 blocks. But Josh Powell's the guy that's been most impressive. In 23 minutes on Friday night, he scored 13 points, and that's the guy that Phil Jackson says is the most consistent bench player that we have, Josh Powell.
Josh Powell has been a hot one. Very hot one. He's even got a couple of three-pointers to start the season. On the dive, Benga shoved a little bit. It'll be the 3rd team foul on the Hornets, so a couple of subs. And the Hornets, one of their biggest problems over the last couple of years has been the lack of depth. No bench. Stojakovic is trying to come off the bench this year. Page is in there, along with Bobby Brown out of Etiwanda High School and Cal State Fullerton. 10 on the shot clock for Kobe. Frees up Artest. Plenty of space for Ron. And he tried to go down, but spun away to Okafor. The Lakers hit better than 50% of the threes on Friday night.
This Paul with an early rest here.
Yeah, kind of a surprise, isn't it? Better than 4.5 left, and Paul's gone. Okafor back taps it. It's David West. And Benga gets it this time.
David with a wide open shot. He normally knocks 8 out of 10 of those down.
Kobe on the fall away. Baseline. Looks good. 17-10. Kobe in double figures. And we're barely past the 8-minute mark of the first 12. It'll be Mo Peterson coming in. Byron Scott went to Devin Brown because he said he'd give me more defense. And that's exactly what he said. They're not getting a lot out of the 2-spot offensively, but he thought Devin Brown would help out defensively.
Well, he's going to bring in James Posey, I believe, to try to cool off Kobe Bryant as Devin Brown sees that he's probably getting substituted for it. Knocks down a long three-pointer. Kobe gets called for an offensive foul.
Trying to set up before the ball came in. So Kobe gets his first foul, offensive foul. 17-13 after the triple, and Brown is headed over to the bench with Mo Peterson coming in and James Posey.
How many times do you see a player who knows he's going to be substituted for? You can rest assured the shot's going up. He knows I'm getting me one before I go out.
Milton Armstrong has checked in at the center position.
Active on the offensive glass. You got to make sure Benga keeps the body on it.
Now Bobby Brown on the run. Man, he's been a good player for them off the bench. He's scored some points for Byron Scott.
That was a nice little crossover, getting into the little floater.
So 5 straight for the Hornets in a 2-point game. 17-15 Lakers. Lamar up against Armstrong. A rub and a foul. And a good move. Big guy coming out to guard to the right by him. Lamar did.
That's what gives Lamar such an advantage over most opponents. The fact that he can do just that. Take you out and beat you. The Lakers lead by 2. Mentality was strike quick. First play of the game, a steal, an easy deuce. He gets them in so many different ways. The lob, easy as can be. And the turnaround jumper might be the easiest one of them all for him because his jumper is so sweet.
So as hot as Kobe has been, and he's got 10.
Look at those numbers, though. We're raving on Kobe going for number 100. He's a ways behind Wilt, isn't he?
Just a few. So Kobe back on the floor for the Lakers in double figures. Sunday night Lakers night presented by LA's HD leader DirecTV. And right after Lakers Live, the postgame show tonight, it is going to be Game 6 of the 1980 NBA Finals. Magic Johnson, his rookie season, started at center, you remember. The captain injured Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The Lakers clinching the title. At the expense of the Sixers, 42 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, a block. Magic did it all. There's the Magic man.
And he's still doing it all, just in a different form.
He's still got the same energy, doesn't he?
He's just remarkable.
Lakers back up by 4 on a couple of free throws by Lamar, who's got 4 points. He'll make it 5 with 4 boards. So James Posey out there, West, Armstrong, Stojakovic, and Bobby Brown running the point with the basketball now.
And with Posey out there, Kobe can't roam as much now because Posey will shoot the ball from long distance.
Jordan Farmar mismatched size-wise against 6'10" Peja Stojakovic. Made it almost like an off-balance fall-away.
Well, Sasha. Peja really doesn't have a back-to-the-basket game.
Kobe up against Posey. Quick turnaround. Like a layup the way he does it. 21-15.
I mean, the guy, he lets you know from Jump Street what his intentions are, and they're generally not good for you.
Josh Powell's into the game for the Lakers. Kobe taking it away. Yes, and it's a loose ball foul. Yeah, on Armstrong. So Kobe headed to the other end to shoot free throws. They're out of fouls. What hustle.
Well, first of all, Kobe disrupts the play. Then in the end, he gets pushed out of bounds, and the official on the spot says, hey, you can't do that. That's called a loose ball foul. So Kobe, go shoot 2 more. Or go shoot 2. You haven't shot any yet. All of your points have come from the field.
Well, out of his 41, don't forget, on Friday night, only 3 came at the free throw line. He took only 4 free throws, and so often when a guy goes off and has 40 or a 50-point game, and I talked about Durant a couple of nights ago, Durant in a 46-point game had 24 at the free throw line.
Well, when you're shooting jumpers, you don't normally get fouled too much, and when you're making them, and that's what Kobe's been doing of late, taking that mid-range post area and just operating like a surgeon.
First trip to the free throw line tonight is successful, and Kobe's got 14 of the first 23. And the Lakers have their biggest lead of the game. Now they're up by 8, 23-15. Posey, space, didn't take it. Stojakovic instead. And good position. Lamar Odom keeping it away from David West.
Not only keeping it away, but rebounding that one with both hands. We could see Lamar so many times do it with one.
Bobby Brown, reach, shove. Jordan Farmar going to the free throw line.
See what happens when you run your offense and you make crisp cuts. Not only the pass, but after Jordan threw it into the post, he made a nice sharp cut. Gets it back, gets fouled. If you just waltz through there, you're not going to get that call.
So a hard cut, as you say, on the handoff, Jordan Farmar. With the Lakers 4 of 4 at the stripe. Gets the first of 2. Well, final year of the contract for Byron Scott. It's rare in this day and age when there's not an extension, even a year extra for a coach in the NBA. But your old friend who was here his final season, 96-97, Kobe's rookie season, and they developed an immediate bond. So Farmar comes through, and Byron Scott in an interesting situation. His Hornets went 49-33 last year, 56-26, the number 2 seed a couple of years ago. On the run out, David West sending up a wide open Bobby Brown. Long rebound through Stojakovic, and he'll reverse it home. Stops an 8-0 run for the Hornets. Is their stock sliding that much is the point, and especially with, if it is, a lame duck coach in Byron Scott. 25-17, Lakers still by 8. Mismatch in the hole. Long time in the paint. And knocked out of bounds. Josh Powell looks at his hand like, okay, what do you take?
Let me tell you something. From this angle, it looked like Peja hit him right across the wrist. The official right there said, oh, my goodness, all across the wrist.
Now, shot clock down. It's in front of the Lakers bench. Elo's going up. Didn't get ripped.
Good close by the defender to make Elo shoot a long ball.
Final minute of a real solid first quarter for the Lakers. David West ran right into Farmar and gets the whistle. Lakers had a foul to give, though, with 44 seconds left.
A good sneak attack by Jordan. David West tries a pivot, turns right into Jordan, and the officials ruled that Jordan was moving, but that's a pretty good play by Jordan Farmar.
Lakers 50%, holding the Hornets to 38% shooting. Bobby Brown. And Sasha just coming onto the floor, gets his first board of the game.
And his last. No. Sasha's not out there to rebound, he said. I'm out there to shoot the long ball.
Farmar with Artest. With a screen, and a kick and a pop, and Ron Artest, a long 2. So he had half his shots on Friday night. Splits his first 2 tonight and gives the Lakers their biggest lead at 10.
You gotta like the way he plays under control, though. When he has the ball, seemingly all the time, he's on balance and takes his time.
Final final seconds of the first quarter. Bobby Brown gave up the dribble. Horse game, and it almost went. That's all it was a shot you'd make in horse if you're lucky.
Well, he didn't have a choice. He had given up his dribble. Everybody else was in denial, and the clock was running out. So he takes the shot and just about knocks it down. The Lakers close the quarter on a 10-2 little spurt to take a 10-point advantage into quarter number 2.
Early, but not a lot of production for the bench, with the exception of that guy. There's a lot of confidence now in Josh Powell, especially from his head coach Phil Jackson. But a pick-me-up for everybody, with 35 points from the reserves on Friday night, and especially the first 4 or 5 minutes of the fourth when they extended the lead. Sasha on cue. The bench comes through. Sasha with a long-range triple. 30-17 Lakers.
Very decisive on that one. There was no hesitation after he noticed the mismatch with Sangaya.
Farmar matching up with Bobby Brown. They leave Posey. He's got a mismatch, but struggles in traffic. Now 6 on the shot clock. So Darius Ungaila just came into the game, and not exactly a distributor, but faked out by his own man Stojakovic that time.
Stojakovic drew the pass and then stopped. You know, that's looks like Sangaya is the one who would get the turnover, but you have to keep running through if you're going to do that.
5 turnovers early for the Hornets. Let's see if it can be another big night for the bench like the last game. 7 on the shot clock for Luke Walton. Wanted to go back to Elo. Got to make a move now in a hurry. Step back in a difficult one. And look who's got it. You said he'd get only 1, 2.
My goodness.
A long rebound. Coming out the Sangaya.
And that one was in a little traffic. You know, nice job, Sasha.
Got the board. The Lakers dominated the boards on Friday night. Sangaya. And Lamar with Hilton Armstrong, who takes it away. 50-50 ball, and Armstrong got it. Sangaya on the dive, and they find him. That stops a 13-2 spurt for the Lakers and brings the Hornets back to within 11. They have had problems defensively this year.
I mentioned that Hilton Armstrong very active on the glass. You got to keep a body on him, and there was a good case.
Now Luke Walton tried to post up Posey, who got a good stiff arm in the back for the foul. Hilton Armstrong, who is a big guy, close to 7 feet at 250, taken 12th overall. He's a real nice defensive player. Is it going to accelerate for him offensively? Is he going to be able to help them as a reserve who can eventually score a little bit, because he has not done that over his first 3 years? Chris Paul back into the game.
He goes with the 2 point guards Byron Scott does.
Now 7 to shot.
Doesn't it?
It'll be Luke Walton going over Posey. And loose ball foul shoved by Josh Powell.
Don't complain on that one, Josh.
That was a shove. Back to what you brought up, the 2 point guards. He's had so little offense, though, in the first 5-6 games this year from his 2 spot. He probably figures, I can't lose much if I go with Bobby at the 2.
No, he put Chris Paul at the 2.
Well, Paul's been scoring.
Yeah, he can score.
Yeah, Paul's 5th in the league in scoring coming in. He's also 2nd in the league in assists, though. So they may start the ball in Bobby's hands, but it's Paul who distributes it. And with a long rebound, Hilton Armstrong.
Again. Got to find that young man.
Emeka Okafor checking back in on the next whistle. Posey popping up with the triple, and he can get that. James Posey, he owns a couple of rings a couple of years ago with Boston, before that with Miami. And now in the second season of a free agent contract, a 2-year deal with the Hornets. Kobe coming back to the Lakers in a second.
I think Sasha recognized it.
Luke Walton off the deflection. Again, deep into the shot clock. Lamar on the run out. What a pass. Josh Powell, the recipient on the dunk. LO with the assist.
Set the table, Lamar.
Bobby Brown free on the arc. Nobody there. Cast a 3 that crawls over the glass out of bounds.
Well, you don't get many open looks like that. Bobby Brown saying to himself, just give me one more of those. We got a timeout, 8:58 to go, 32-22 the Lakers. When we come back, don't tell me, we're going to be talking with that man, Irvin Magic Johnson.
Not going to play after game 5, but after that evening, we won the game, and I got to the airport. I told the guys we're going to win this game because when I got there, everybody's head was down. We were not understanding how we were going to beat them at that time, so everybody was a little down, trying to say, trying to figure out what we had to do to win. So normally when we get on the plane, Kareem would sit in the first seat. So I sat in Kareem's seat, and I said, never fear, Magic is here. We're going to win this game. And all the guys know him. Everybody looked at me like, oh, this silly rookie again, So all the way there, I'm telling the guys we're going to win this game because they have matchup problems, and we can match up with them. And so we get to Philly. I think the guys start buying in a little bit. And then when we had our team meeting, I told Coach Westhead I wanted to jump center and play against Caldwell Jones, and he said, oh, man, Irvin, I don't know. So the next morning at shoot-around, Coach Westhead said, yeah, you're going to play center. You're going to play against Caldwell Jones. And Michael Cooper would come in at the guard. And sure enough, they had tremendous matchup problems. Jim Jones could match up against Dawkins. But, I had a great game. But I'll tell you what, people forget Jamal Wilkes scored 38 points.
Yes.
And you can't really understand the magnitude of that 38 points unless once you see the game, you'll understand, because Jamal hit all the tough shots when they were coming back after we, got the lead. Jamal would go to that bank shot, or he would get a layup, and he played tremendous, and he was just as good as I was in that game. And then Jim Jones had 15 big rebounds. And then people are going to see something that they probably have forgotten. Brad Holland came in and hit, I think 3 or 4 big jump shots.
Yeah, I remember it.
And so, yep.
Yeah, Magic, we're going to come right back because I want to hear more of your memories about that series, about that team of Lakers, Silk Wilkes, and Magic combined for 80 points. The two of them will come right back and continue with Irvin.
He was going to catch it, and then he had the uncanny ability to get a shot up and also a good shot. And he played off rhythm. Stu, you know how it is when you face a player that doesn't play on rhythm.
Exactly.
It throws you off, and Jamal threw off a lot of defenders.
Yes, he did. Everybody knows about, the greatness you had on the court, and obviously now the greatness off the court. I've become a believer that Irv, remember I used to call you Midas? Because everything you seem to touch turned to gold, I remember the first time, I don't know if it was the first time or the last time, you did you sat in for me, so to speak. You remember when Chick got sick?
Oh, yeah.
And we yelled down to you courtside to come up and join us.
I remember.
I mean, it was like you had been doing it all your life.
Oh, Stu, I just been blessed. I tell you what, I was blessed the day that they drafted me in '79. I was blessed to play with people like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Norm Nixon, and, Kurt and AC and, Coop and, it's just James Worthy, Big Game James. I mean, I can go on and on and on, even Jim Jones and Spencer Haywood, all the guys. And so when you think about coming to this city and the history of the Lakers, I just was again, blessed and have the opportunity to just win. And that's all we wanted to do. Nobody cared about getting their name in the paper, who scored the points. Only thing we wanted to do was win.
And you were talking about Game 6 and when Kareem couldn't play, and you told all the guys, don't worry about it, we're going to win this game. I remember my rookie year broadcasting with the Lakers, go to training camp, and Irv says, you got a ring? I said, no. He says, don't worry about a thing. You'll have one at the end of the year. And we had one at the end of the year. That was the back-to-back year. So I got the second of the back-to-back. Thank you, Buckrown.
Oh, you're welcome.
I like those guarantees.
It's really funny that you talk about that, Stu, and you and I got a good friend, Larry Drew. And so I remember when we played in the 91 finals, even before that, we won the Western Conference final. So Larry Drew was jumping up and down, going crazy, looking for the champagne in the locker room. And when we all walked in, we said, Larry, we don't celebrate Western Conference finals. We expect to do that.
It's like when you look up at the Raptors here, you don't see any division titles or conference titles. The World Championship.
No, only championships. That's the only thing that means to this organization is to win the whole thing. And I tell you what, it starts with our great owner, Dr. Jerry Buss. And people don't realize that before I signed, it was really Jack Kent Cook who signed me. And then right after that, Jerry Buss officially bought the team. So that's when Chick Hearn was the general manager. I don't know if people remember.
Yeah.
And so I was doing my contract with Cook and Chick Hearns at that time, and I miss Chick, the beautiful voice, and him and Stu gave me so many thrills together, just like you're doing now, Joe.
Thank you, Irvin.
One last thing
Irvin,
for you.
You know what? A couple of last things. You signed a deal, 25 years. You and Dr. Buss were way ahead of your time.
Yes. Well, you know what? I would have took $1 here. I tell you, I love the Lakers. I love LA. I love the crowd, the fans, and people had a sense of knowing this team. That's what makes the Laker organization so great, is that people here in Los Angeles feel they have a connection to the guys and feel that they really know this team. That's why they love this team.
Last thing for you, Buck. What do you like about this team this year with the addition of Ron Artest? Obviously, the two centers, Powell and Andrew, not in the lineup. But what do you think about this group?
Well, I love the versatility. It's just like right now we're seeing the team that's out there here on the floor now. And years before, we lost a starter or two starters because we got two of them out. We could never win these games that we're winning now. And it's showing the versatility of this team. Ron Artest can move to anywhere from 2 to really 4. He can play 2, 3, or 4. And so that gives us a team that is really versatile. And then you bring in guys like Shannon Brown, who can play the point or play 2. You know, so we can do some things. And then probably the most versatile player that we have is Lamar Odom, and I'm so happy we signed him back. So Lamar can go 3, 4, and then sometimes play at the center spot. So we can do a lot of different things that we couldn't do before. And then Ron will help us with all those strong those small forwards like Carmelo Anthony, who's big and strong. So we're going to need him to really guard those type of guys and keep us in the game, you know. And also, people don't realize how smart Ron Artest is. He can make the pass, he can shoot the jump shot, and also defend. So we're happy to have him. And then Kobe has just been off the charts here lately. I mean,
he's in another planet.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's going for another MVP, it seems like. But we're just happy that this team is focused. Stu, I'm just happy that they look like they want to do it again. And we're seeing some of that early on in this season.
Yeah, it looks real hungry, doesn't it?
Yeah,
they look very determined.
They do.
Good defending champs. Sure.
Exactly. To go on the road and take both of those games on a back-to-back showed a lot about what this team is made of.
Hey, by the way, Magic, I know what I'm doing tonight. I'm going to be watching. What about you, Game 6?
Oh, you know I'm going to be watching. You know what? My wife, Cookie, goes crazy. You know what's going to happen. Why do you watch that game over and over again? But I have to. That started a great run for the Laker organization.
Yeah, it continues to this day.
Exactly.
Magic, thank you again.
Great talking to both of you.
Talk to you soon.
All right, God. All right.
Magic Johnson.
Nobody quite like him, is there?
Best of the best.
We got a timeout. 3:12 left in the half. The Lakers lead down to 12. We better concentrate on the rest of this game and get the job done. And the way he's getting it, I mean, keep in mind that, you know, in the past, you would see Kobe dribble around the perimeter, come off the screens, ISOs at the top, where you had to put it on the floor 4, 5, 6 times. Lately, he's been at the mid-post, just catch and shoot. He doesn't have to expend a lot of energy.
Now, with Josh Powell providing, he goes away from the screen, the baseline. And on the deflection, picked up by Chris Paul on the open floor to Devin Brown. Fish just came back out, and it's off the glass. Lamar goaltends. So the Lakers led by 17. Now it is down to 10, 45-35. And thanks once again to Irvin Magic Johnson for taking the time to join us tonight. And we will look forward right after Lakers Live to Game 6 this evening.
Well, the Lakers on the floor right now better look forward to getting back in real control of this game, having 7 points of their lead cut off.
And how do they finish it as Fish, out of bounds, turns it over. So a difficult proposition to catch it. That's only the 3rd turnover of the game for the Lakers. Comes at a bad time, though. A little surge now by Chris Paul and the Hornets. So Paul, 2nd in the league in assists coming in, 5th in scoring. They're just 2-4 so far, and 0-3 on the road to start play tonight.
Nice.
Perfect pass. Easy.
Did you see that pass?
Yeah, easy bounce. Off, and he never brought it up. Man, Chris Paul with his 8th assist already. Comes naturally, doesn't it?
I'm still thinking about that bounce pass that Chris Paul just threw. Double team right between the two of them. The weakest part of a double team is through the middle with the bounce pass. Chris Paul just made a perfect example of that. That was absolutely beautiful.
Kobe fouled going to the free throw line. Chris Paul is coming off a season-high 18 assists on Friday night in a 17-point loss at home to Toronto. Kobe, like everything else, getting the roll. For Laker fans, visit Lakers.com to check out the Toyota Virtual Tour with the Laker girls and enter for your chance to win exclusive Laker prizes. It's all courtesy of Toyota. Suiting up with the Lakers now for over 35 years. Kobe gets a couple of more, this time at the stripe. He's 4 of 4 at the free throw line. So 22 points for Kobe in 17 minutes of play. 2:20 left in the half. And how does it close? Kobe on a reach. Yeah, that is the last foul to give for the Lakers.
That time when he's reaching, he likes to reach with that left hand. That time, though, he should have reached with his left. He would have kept himself on balance, and he wouldn't have put his head so far out in front of the defender.
17 on the shot clock for New Orleans. And bench sending Chris Paul to the free throw line. You have to go there tonight in 15 minutes of play.
Chris Paul's one of those players, and they're rare, that from point position, you cannot really play that close with his back to the basket. Most of the other points, they basically just like to face you up. Chris Paul can do it all. I mean, the guy's got so many offensive weapons. Nice, quick inside pivots. And as Derek says, how's that a foul on me? And Fish says, well, I'm calling it a hold.
1 of 2 for Chris Paul at the stripe. The Lakers by 9, 47-38.
8 points of their biggest lead gone.
Quick turn. Kobe. You brought it up. He's doing the work before the ball ever gets there.
Yeah, I mean, so all he has to do, all he's been doing of late is catch, elevate, or maybe one dribble.
24 for Kobe, averaging 34.5 a game coming in. Okafor set it up nicely and then couldn't hit the little jump hook over Josh Powell. There's an advantage for Okafor there. Back to the basket guy to begin with. Kobe again. Devin Brown. That was a quicker double, wasn't it? Tough shot for Josh Powell. Ron Artest in a mismatch, and he's going to the free throw line. Chris Paul didn't have a prayer. He really didn't.
Well, Ron will go to the line for his first free throw attempts of the game. There really hasn't been that many. Total of 11 for both teams. 8 for the Lakers and 3 for the Hornets. Obviously the first 2 for Ron Artest.
So let's see if they're going to take Chris Paul out. No, he's got 2 fouls with 95 seconds left. Don't forget to stay tuned. Second half, Carl's Jr. Sports Update. Chris McGee is down on the sideline. He'll fill us in a little bit later.
So, there's coaches know some players that can leave in the game if they're close to foul trouble. And with only 2 fouls, Chris Paul's not in any jeopardy with a minute and a half to play.
Chris Paul got a hustle and gets it across the line.
He utilizes so many different speeds, and he's got a top end that's pretty good.
Okafor feeling the position, the leverage, and then spinning for the dunk. He knew where Powell was.
With Emeka, I think you're better served just to be in the middle of his back. He likes to feel you on one side or the other so he can do a spin.
Close to a double-double already for Okafor. 10 points, 9 boards. Ron Artest. Follow is going to be real short. Man. Devin Brown.
Him and Kobe are battling under the boards.
Away from the ball tonight, we've seen some incredible work by Kobe. He got locked up again with Brown. He went to the free throw line earlier when Devin Brown took him down.
A little arm battling here as Kobe and Devin, and then finally they both go to the floor. And the official said, let's stay here. But on the previous play, Okafor felt where all the pressure was coming and spins away, gets the easy one. Play him right behind him in his back area, or force where you know your help is coming from.
Devin Brown just picked up his 3rd, so he heads over to the bench for the last 54 points. James Posey back in.
When the way Kobe likes to post and you really seal you, Posey's one of those guys that knows the old tricks of pulling the chair. Let's see if he tries that with Kobe.
Kobe's got 25 points.
Surprise?
26. 6 of 6 with the second of free throw line. Now, not surprised, but he's got a lot of offense early in Fish. Saying that, wait a minute, slid over. Did he invade my space?
Well, they don't let too much contact go around the perimeter, especially when you're guarding a player like Chris Paul. As Chris comes up, there's some contact. A lot more contact in the post than there is around the perimeter.
We're going to remember this guy as one of the great lead guards of all time before it's all said and done. Last year, Chris Paul joined Tiny Archibald and John Stockton as the only players to score or assist on at least half of their team's makes or field goals in a single season. That's how dependent they are on Chris Paul.
Renegotiate.
Well, he signed for 2012.
Renegotiate.
But because of his deal, like a lot of guys like LeBron has done, then he's unrestricted after 2012. 2-for-1 opportunity for the Lakers. Kobe had a seal inside. Big, deep three. And it'll be picked up by David West.
Let's see how the Lakers do on this last possession defensively. Up by 10.
Now let's see if they can get in the locker room with at least a double-digit lead. Shot clock, game clock, 6+ seconds.
And without another foul.
Pick and roll action. Stojakovic on the arc. And Lamar will clear it out. Kobe's got to pick it up. He's got the clock in focus. And Fish in time. Yes. And he'll get it. Count it. Just in time. Derek Fisher with a triple.
Sometimes,
nice way to go to the locker room.
Sometimes that extra pass when the clock is running that short can lead to the 24-second violation or the half being over. This time, Ron Artest just gets it to Derek, and Derek doesn't have much time to just catch, shoot, and watch it go. That's nice.
0.2 of a second, it was out of his hands. So the Lakers with a nice little burst at the end. And they dominated overall in the first 24 minutes of play, led by as many as 17. Hornets got it down to 9, and now at the break, it's the Lakers 55 and New Orleans 42. Let's head outside. Join Patrick O'Neill, Norm Nixon. Time for the Jack of the Box. Halftime.
At him, how would you assess the defense on Chris Paul, and what do you need to do going forward here in the second half?
Well, we're going to try and lock him in the locker room.
Not easy to do.
But Chris is a very good competitor, so he's going to be upset. He's going to be motivated by his the score, so he's going to come at us, so we just have to be ready to play him.
All right, thanks, Coach.
You're more than welcome.
All right, back to you guys.
All right, Lakers start the second half with a turnover. And Julian Wright gets a loose ball foul. They'll call it, I believe, on Derek Fisher. A little bump underneath. Yep.
And it was actually
Fish.
after he had missed the shot. I mean, he had missed the left-handed leaner.
And mistimed his jump.
Maybe that's why he mistimed his jump.
So the Lakers by 13. Chris Paul, talked about it, 8 assists in the first half. Second in the league in assists coming into the game. Here's a guy that has killed the Lakers in the past. He hit his first 2, one of his last 4, make it one of his last 5, and that's David West.
But that one again was challenged. I mean, he has a nice arc on his shot to begin with, but when you're playing defense and you're making an offensive player adjust his shot, you've done your job. You don't have to block it.
Now Kobe fronted by Chris Paul, free, good ball movement. Fish burns him. 58-42. Fish coming off a real solid game, 4 for 7 from the field on Friday night, has 8.
Well, the Lakers have 15 assists as a team, 10 of them. Artest and Odom, 5 apiece.
10 on the shot clock. Benga up against Okafor. The face-up game of Emeka Okafor.
But you see, that time Benga played right in the middle of his back so that he didn't get shaved one way or the other.
Now Kobe will stick around with a double. Here comes the hard double from David West. Spacing, ball movement. Benga's there. And DJ padding his rebounding stats, I guess.
What about padding his scoring, missing that easy one?
Mismatch, clear out. Artest waiting for Lamar to leave. Falls away, though. Gets it over Devin Brown. I thought he'd take him down to the box because that is a heavyweight against kind of a lightweight.
Now that he was giving up so much space, Ron decided, let me test my little jump shot here, and test it out pretty well.
That's 5 assists, like you mentioned, for Artest. And 3 free throws coming up for Chris Paul. So Derek Fisher picking up his 4th foul. You got to believe he's going to sit down very early in the second half. Yep. Shannon Brown. Not Jordan Farmar this time, but Shannon Brown. And tonight's game presented by LA's HD leader, DirecTV. So Shannon Brown is going to be the first guard off the bench at the second half. Fish is saying he kicked his legs out over to Joey Crawford on the sideline. And still pleading his case, and I don't blame him, as Chris Paul shoots the free throws. So the first 2 go down. You know, Chris Paul has changed everything for the Hornets, and especially when they come to Staples Center. And the Hornets have taken 3 out of the last 5 over the Lakers in this building. And they are the only team in the Western Conference with a winning record over the last 3+ seasons against the Lakers on their home floor. That's how good Chris Paul has been. He makes everybody around him that much better. 9:40 left in the third. On the dive, it's Lamar. Couple of free throws. Julian Wright will help up. The man who took the blow, Devin Brown.
And that's what happens when you double team off the top like that. If the top guy that you're double teaming above, this time Lamar, dives to the basket, the rotation has to be precise. That time it was very late. You get a foul. If it's on time, then the next pass will be an open jump shot on the perimeter.
So the Lakers, with Lamar shooting 2, looking for their 5th consecutive win tonight. And of course, doing it without their number 2 option, Pau Gasol. Big man from Barcelona hopefully is going to be back. Lakers off till Thursday. And that's why they wanted to make sure and wait and see. And with Andrew Bynum, the same case. If you're off till Thursday, you can get away with sitting both of them. That's the ultimate.
Well, even with getting away with it, I mean, I just felt on Friday night when we talked about that they would probably not play till Thursday, because when you got that 3-day stretch there, it just benefits you to get an extra 3 days rest.
Lamar blocking it away from David West.
Challenge the shot. Challenge the shot. This time he actually blocks it, but he's there challenging.
Benga. Uh-oh.
What do you say uh-oh for?
The same reason you are. Shannon Brown tees it up and rattles home a triple. Lakers have their biggest lead of the game now at 20. 65-45. And don't forget, it all started with that big assist man, DJ Benga. If it was hockey, he'd have that extra assist.
Oh, yeah. If, ands, and buts.
So a good start to the second half for the Lakers, led by 13 to the break. It's a +7 so far. David West. Lamar recovering in time. West trying to get there. Leaves it off for Julian Wright. He can't stand an easy one, can he?
Got to try to dunk there. You just have to go up with aggression.
Yeah, Kobe. And very rarely as he leaves it off, Lamar with Brown. And on the run out, Brown beats Paul, the teardrop, really short. Lamar kept it alive, and DJ Benga. He's a vacuum cleaner tonight. Everything's coming his way. 67-45. His teammates love it.
You have to love DJ Benga.
The work rate.
Phil Jackson has to love DJ Benga. He works hard like this in practice, and you know what you're going to get when he's on the floor.
Chris Paul doesn't get the roll. And Shannon Brown took it away from Emeka Okafor, who was trying to get it back up and in. So 4+ gone by. DJ has 6 and 8. Shannon Brown, will he bring a timeout?
He should.
It better be that way. 25-point lead for the Lakers. They're already winning the third by 12 with 7:46 to play. Shannon, good guard to bring off the bench early.
Well, I said it many times. You've heard me say it. There's nothing wrong with competition. It makes your basketball team so much better. And there's a lot of competition at that point guard position. You can't have one bad moment because somebody is waiting in the wings. And Benga, you're not a point guard. But
a small disc in his lower back. Now, previous to this, he had played in 496 consecutive games. Is AI out in Memphis? After meeting with Memphis owner on Friday night, AI has left the team. Also, Oklahoma City Thunder buried the Orlando Magic tonight by 28. Kevin Durant had 28 points, and Russell Westbrook had 17 points and 10 assists. Oklahoma City improves to 3-3 on the season. Now, last year, guys, Oklahoma did not win their third game until game 27. I know you guys got to see them last week. Just how improved is this team?
Well, they've got the nucleus for a very good team. As it's out of bounds, it's off Julian Wright going the other way. And still, we talked about it with Jeff Green, Durant, Russell Westbrook. They pick up James Harden this year, their first-round pick, a lottery pick out of Arizona State, an LA guy out of Artesia High, and throw that in with Byron Mullins potentially down the road as their center. They have the foundation for something real nice down the road.
Yeah, they have some nice young talent, but they need the up-front people.
Artest, extra pass. And now Kobe. They had a shove from behind and they didn't need it.
Yeah, Chris Paul pushed him in the stomach.
So, it'll be on the side. Third on Paul. He won gold with Kobe in Beijing in 2008. So he knows about the competition and the passion of number 24.
And that last possession of the Lakers got two unselfish. Lamar and Ron Artest passed up shots.
David West on the trail. And he's been off since the beginning. Once he hit that, I'm talking about after making the first two, he is just 3 for 9. A guy that has torched the Lakers in the past. Artest in the crossover all the way to the cup, and he forgot to get the layup. So the Lakers by 25, and Wright loses the handle. Wow. Third year out of Kansas, the 22-year-old from Chicago, a guy that was taken 13th overall, and they're still waiting for Julian Wright.
Byron Scott, you see that expression right there said it all. Nothing else needed to be said.
Exasperation. 6.5 to play. Kobe setting it up, and on the far away, kicks it out. Doesn't get the roll. Lamar, though, sets it up for DJ. He'll go to the line looking for the three-point play. And I'll tell you something. We talk about DJ's work rate. Give Lamar a big one there.
Yeah, Lamar was so impressed by DJ helping out on that play that after he scored, he took the basketball, Lamar did, and hit DJ in the back with it. That's the way you do it when you're telling your teammate, nice job, hit him with it, Lamar.
And Lamar once again filling up the box as usual. DJ close to a double-double. Lamar, though, 7 points. He's only taken 4 shots. 9 boards, 6 assists. Typical LO.
Yeah, he's a triple-double threat every night.
We're just about halfway through the third. Here comes the hard double. And Shannon Brown, he reached a little bit because it was well-timed.
Well, what you like to do on that kind of a play, though, is you want to wait until that offensive guy is going toward the sideline, and then you're going with him so that when he tries his spin, you're there to try to pick him clean. If he's just standing over there, it makes it a little bit more difficult.
Team fouls even now after that foul on Brown. And Devin heads over to the sideline. He's got 4. So they're bringing James Posey. Bigger lineup with Stojakovic. Paul up against Shannon Brown. Had to give it up, and West blocked away by Benga. Shot clock violation thanks to DJ.
Yeah.
Big time.
What
an effort by DJ again. Coming off a game with 4 blocks on Friday.
You know, he blocked it, but it did seem like, well, again, from my angle, that it touched a part of the rim. But what an effort by DJ. See, the ball hits the rim. The ball definitely hits the rim.
Did it hit the rim, though?
It hit the rim.
Before the clock expired. That's the only question.
Obviously, the official said no.
Now Kobe. They've had battles before, and Kobe, well, Okafor took it away. Kobe had beaten Posey, but the secondary defender. David West. 1 for his last 8, and Okafor. A little too much using the off arm to hook LO before the ball came in.
Wow, I mean, the official was probably 2 feet away, unobstructed view, and one thing I like about that call, what Omeka did not complain on it.
Well, yeah,
the other way.
Yeah, vacated the premises right away.
Just no complaining. I hear players all the time complain on every call. The officials can't be that bad.
Well, when Omeka came into the league, don't forget everybody said he's got a bad back. He's not going to be able to hold up. Last year he played 82, played all 82 for the 2nd consecutive season.
Well, he missed a lot of preseason this year with the Hornets, but it wasn't because of his back. It's his toe.
Kobe. And it glances away to Chris Paul and Okafor. Chris Paul Chris Paul worked on his outside shot during the offseason. That was his point of emphasis. And early this year, at least, hitting for a very high percentage. Lamar, he got there. He thought he was hit. Paul creating for James Posey. Not close. Ron Artest with her a little ragged lately.
Yeah, that's when you got to sell it down. You're the veteran team, the championship team.
Shannon Brown looking for his third triple.
But that was off when it left his hand.
4.5 to play in the third. It's been easy in the second half so far for the Lakers. They relaxed to the point where neither team's done much offensively. And a reach by DJ Benga. Was Lamar hit on his way with that scoop?
Well, that long arm just keeps extending, and Page, does he hit him? Yeah, I'd say he hit him on the arm a little bit because I haven't seen Lamar miss the whole rim on a layup attempt like that in quite some time.
Well, and we haven't seen Page at first or second team all defense either throughout his career. You remember the first half, Josh Powell, where he cracked him pretty good.
Yeah, he got Lamar that time.
It'll be Emeka Okafor, and they'll wipe it out with a defensive three called on the Lakers. So they call it on Lamar. Earlier, and Chris McGee was talking about it, Oklahoma City by 28. Earlier today as well, a couple of afternoon games in the NBA. How about the Phoenix Suns? Steve Nash is playing at such a high level. If he can stay healthy and they can minimize his minutes in certain games, Stu, they're 6-1 where the Lakers are trying to get in the Pacific Division right now. But Phoenix won at an improved Washington Wizards home building, 102-90.
Well, you know, that team with Steve and Amari and Grant Hill, they still can put points on the board to get to them.
Yeah, and you brought up veteran guys that really know how to play. Lamar with a little stiff arm, a little shove on the hip, and is that the 15th foul? No, 14th foul on the Lakers. With 4-12, so they're out of fouls for the rest of the third. So Phoenix off to a great start for a good guy, Alvin Gentry. Detroit won at home. They beat Philadelphia, and that is the 15th foul. Okay, so David West going to the free throw line. And gets the first of two. And it's been a struggle this year for Detroit. They're now 3-4.
Too bad about Tayshaun Prince, one of my favorite guys in the league. Known him for quite a while, and now out indefinitely with that back injury.
At the Bengas High School in Compton. His career at Dominguez overlapped with Tyson Chandler. How would you like to see them walk into your gym in high school? Tyson Chandler and Tayshaun Prince.
They walk in, you walk out.
4 minutes left. Lakers 72-48. Lamar up for the triple, and not close.
They went to a zone that time, and Lakers never got the ball on the inside.
Chris Paul, and they call the reach. They'll call it on Shannon Brown on the way by with Lamar. And Chris Paul going to the free throw line. Ooh.
Who did they call that on?
Shannon. And Lamar had a clean block.
Yeah, they definitely called it on Shannon.
And he missed
Shannon whiffed him. There was no contact whatsoever. That's one of those plays where I blew the whistle. I got to call it on somebody, I guess. So I already called the last one on Lamar. I better catch somebody else.
Chris Paul, 7 of 8 at the free throw line, 11 points, 8 assists. Averaging 28 a game coming in. He now has a dozen. So Shannon Brown came in, picked it up immediately for the Lakers. As the lead went all the way to 25, it's still at 22.
Back to the zone, so you got to work inside out. You still run your offense.
Shannon Brown, third triple of the game, 75-50, and he's got 9 off the bench.
One way to get him out of a zone, you start knocking down some of those, they'll get back to the man.
Chris Paul.
Told you he can get where he wants to go. At will.
Did he run the pick and roll well with Tyson Chandler?
Yeah. You tell young players about utilizing their speeds, and he's a good guy to watch. Boy, he can utilize speeds.
Ron Artest, extra pass, Kobe with the shot clock coming down. Splitting it, and it was taken away from behind by James Posey. 3-on-1 for Chris Paul. I think he can make the pass on the break. Posey blows it, Okafor blows it.
Are you kidding me?
And they're playing catch-up.
No, come on now. Okafor.
Call the foul on Josh Powell. Chris Paul does an outstanding job of creating contact.
Well, we got a timeout. 2:41 still to play here in the third, and the Lakers up big as Shannon Brown, coming in off the bench, knocks down his third three-pointer of the game.
But I make mention of when the stars are here, the stars are out, and Chris Paul, along with Kobe, and when the opposition brings in a marquee player like a Chris Paul, they're out.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you have an opportunity to, these stars from the music industry, from the motion picture industry, they like to come out and watch the stars from the sports industry as well.
Chris Paul doesn't get the second. Lakers led by as many as 27. They're up by 22 now, 75-53. Sasha Vujacic on the floor along with Luke Walton, Josh Powell, Ron Artest. Shannon Brown stays out there. Well, the bench did a good job at the first half.
And the Hornets stay in their zone.
Josh Powell up against a taller Hilton Armstrong. Nice pass. Shannon Brown running the baseline over the shoulder. No look from Josh Powell.
That was a weak zone, though.
You liked it?
Weak. Oh, the interior was terrible.
Well, how many NBA teams play a strong zone?
A zone is a very difficult defense to play successfully at this level anyhow. It's a weak defense.
Sasha's got the foul. Posey's got the free throws coming up. Frequently during training camps, you'll see this pass again.
And Josh Powell gets the assist. Shannon Brown running baseline. David West had no idea he was coming and then didn't even make a play on the ball. Easy hoop.
Well, frequently, as I was about to say, the NBA coaches will bring in college coaches during training camp to work on zones because the college coaches, that's their area of expertise, especially the matchups, the 2-3s.
Yeah, but again, my point is at this level, you can have the best zone guy in the world. At this level, the talent level is such that it's just a weak. You give up offensive rebounding. Once you go inside out, you've got the defense flexed into a vertical defense, so it really makes it difficult.
2 free throws for Posey. Bring it back to a 22-point deficit for the Hornets, looking for the first road win of the year. Giving up a lot of points once again. Pick and roll game. Instead, it would be a pick and a pop. Artest knew where Luke was. And Luke gets the triple. Artest gets the assist. Boy, that's a good look. Ron Artest knew where he was going. He's got 7 assists again tonight in the second consecutive game.
7 assists, 7 rebounds, 5 points. I mean, he's filling up the box, too.
Chris Paul, real long. Man, give him 8 boards now. A 25-point Laker lead and a shove from behind. Shannon Brown in the air with a nudge. Going to the free throw line. No, that'll be the 4th team foul. They're going to say
to me, that's a shooting foul.
Yeah, he was a controlled, wasn't it?
Well, he only had one hand, but that's usually on an offensive rebound. But on that particular play, it looked like that was a lob to the basket to try to shoot it.
And on his way, Shannon Brown will dunk it. Try to track him. He's got 13 and all 13 here in the second half.
Maybe that's why Byron's playing a zone defense, because their man isn't getting it done either.
Well, back to their defense. They were 5th in the league last year. Fewest points allowed, 94 a game so far this season. As Shannon Brown hits the deck, they're giving up over 105 a contest. That is David West's game at the free throw line. 82-57. Inside of a minute to play, so the Lakers still up by 25 after leading by 13 at the half.
13 points in 13 minutes for Shannon.
Paul picked off. Josh Powell.
Automatic. Oh, that's usually automatic for him.
Yeah, he's been that high percentage guy for the Lakers. Joe Jackson's been talking about him. A reliable one off the bench. Stojakovic trying to get him back in it. Good run out by Luke Walton. David West coming down with it. He goes with line on the reach by Sasha. But Stojakovic, don't usually see him miss that badly, but Luke went out there.
Shannon, fans love to see Shannon attack the rim because he's just so athletic. And usually has highlight type plays. His last basket was semi-highlight.
28 points for the bench, thanks to 13 by Shannon Brown, and it was 35 for the bench on Friday night. So going up against a team that lacks depth. And that's a key. Your reserves taking care of it. Real long by West. So the Lakers will slow it down. Not much time between the shot clock and the game clock. Maybe 6 at the most, 6 seconds.
So that means just run your regular offense. Right. If you get a quick shot, take it.
Josh Powell up against Stojakovic. And right over Paisley, real short, picked up by Hilton Armstrong.
And that was a turnaround jumper. He's a face-up, feet-set shooter.
Stay on Stojakovic, Chris Paul, or Posey. Either one was available. And a break for the Lakers. As it's off the mark, but a real good third by the Lakers, leading by 24.
Well, the crowd now, the only thing that is on their mind basically is that tacos. Can they go a 12-minute session? They only give up 42? If they give up 42 here, Phil Jackson is not going to be happy. He's happy right now because his team, they're up 82, 50, and over and over again. I could see that one. He got those good meat hooks, though. When he puts it in one hand, you don't have to worry about him losing it.
The Shannon Brown, Stu, turns just 24 end of this month. Young man from Chicago, November 29th. So we're just seeing bits and pieces of what could be a great career with the Lakers.
Well, not only that, he's showing the ability to do some things, and now all he has to do is keep honing his skills, because he hadn't really scratched the surface of what he can do as a basketball player. We're seeing what he can do as an athlete, but he's really got a lot left to give on his basketball playing.
82-60, Lakers by 22. Kobe right around Posey, who shoved him.
Stepped out of bounds.
Well, I know that, but Posey shoved him. That's why. It goes the other way on the turnover. Kobe's taken, 6 free throws tonight. He has 6 of 6. He was 3 of 4 at the line on Friday night. So 3 of his 41 came at the line. 6 of his 26 tonight. Not that he's got to live at the line. But that was 2 hands in the side from James Posey. Hilton Armstrong.
Now that was good defense.
Yeah, DJ didn't bite on that fake.
Only problem was the Lakers didn't get the rebound.
Bobby Brown, former Titan out of Cal State Fullerton, back on the floor with the basketball. Sungala, and blocked after it hit the window. That was going to be a tough win for Posey because of the angle, but he had the size on Shannon Brown as he posted him up. So the Lakers by 20. Boards tonight, Lakers a +3. Be nice to get Kobe out after the Lakers expand the lead one more time. Kobe kicking him out a little bit. Sungala trying to control it, and Posey gives it right to Jordan Farmar. He's trapped.
Is he?
Reversed it anyway.
Well, he ate all the cheese out of that trap.
Man, that was creative. And now we've got a foul called on Benga. And Kobe. Man, it was Benga locked up with Hilton Armstrong. And they're calling on Kobe. Obviously, he was involved as well. So the ball comes in on the side. Kobe picking up his 3rd foul. 10:25 left in the contest. And the Lakers looking forward to a 3-day break before they've got 3 and 4 days. Phoenix here on Thursday. Denver in Denver on Friday. Shannon Brown had to go off the foot of Hilton Armstrong back to the Lakers, and then back at home on Sunday. So 3 games in 4 nights after the 3-day break, and hopefully the return of Pau Gasol and Andrew Bynum.
Well, at least one of them. I mean, you'd like to see one of the 2 7-footers back on the line, on the court.
Kobe going to the hole. And they're saying the foul before the shot. It's Posey.
Second personal. First team foul.
So the Lakers by 22, and how much longer do they keep Kobe out there?
About 2 more minutes.
Not a lot of spacing on that side. Shannon Brown's got to go. It'll be Luke Walton instead. Luke's been on. It's good to see. Luke's in double figures. 11 points, 11 minutes. He's hit all 3 of his 3-point tries.
Well, and just his awareness to know that he had to shoot that one in a hurry.
So the Lakers back up by 25, 87-62 at the end of the night. They're going to be, just like Phoenix, atop the Pacific Division at 6-1. As DJ Benga will get the rebound. So he's in double figures there.
Get Benga a basket here so he can have a double-double.
Posey's length stripped it away. Bobby Brown on the run. Man, points off a turnover.
Kobe just mishandled that one. You rarely see that. He must have hit that bad finger.
Still, even with the giveaway, the Lakers have only 8 turnovers. So after the first 4 games, they were averaging 19 turnovers a game. To the last 2, 8 Luke off the mark.
That was just a heat check. Luke said, hey, everybody else does it. Let's see if I'm hot.
He can dribble it again, and he will. Armstrong and Sungala, one big guy finding the other.
Good look by Hilton Armstrong. Decisive, too.
So the Lakers still leading by 21, 87-66, and I think the Tacos are safe.
Forget the Tacos. This is the win that counts.
Jordan Farmar, and Armstrong changed the shot.
Jordan was moving at such a high rate of speed. I don't know if he could get himself under control there.
Stojakovic. All of a sudden, it's down to 18. So, 6 quickies after the Lakers led. Seemed like a minute ago by 25. Kobe, quick turn. That work he does before the ball ever gets there. And it's back to 20. Kobe's first points of the second half. He's got 28.
If the Lakers can limit these second chance opportunities and breakdowns defensively.
Posey on the run out. And Luke Walton will come up with it. Lead for Shannon Brown. Good idea. Slams it home. Boy, on a Sunday, it looked like a good NFL quarterback to his wide receiver.
That's some wide receiver, too.
He can get there. So Shannon Brown, 15 points, all here in the second half. In 19 minutes of work. Stojakovic, short corner 3 and a real rush job. That was flat. 5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Lakers still at 48%. Foul is going to be on Posey. And it'll take us to a timeout.
6:58 left. Lakers up big over the Hornets. When we come back, we'll break down the pros and cons of the Chandler-Okafor swap.
Under contract. Tyson Chandler going the other way. He's got 2 years left, including this year, $24 million. As the miss by Farmar. Saved by Armstrong as he and Sungala almost took it away from each other. So the Lakers by 22, and it was a commitment salary-wise by New Orleans. They've done a great job of promoting the team and selling tickets in the city. But now,
when you make trades, though, I mean, if you're in charge of a franchise, I don't think you have to make deals solely for economic reasons. You got to make deals to win games.
Well,
if you win games, that'll help with your economic problems.
Right. They were trying, and they thought that Okafor would be a good fit, and he may still turn out to be a very good fit with Chris Paul. At the start, though, they're going to be 2-5 at the end of the night. And when we did our show, what was it, about a week, 10 days ago, and we had to pick our top 8 for the Western Conference, I did not include New Orleans. Darren Collison, the former Bruin, and blocked away by Benga on his first try of the game. Yeah, I didn't think they'd get there this season. And that's after the last 2 years is Luke off the left. And it's over to Adam Morrison, thanks to DJ Benga, but it was real short on Adams' first try.
When you talk about this is the epitome of the second unit out there for the Lakers now. Rarely have you seen this fivesome on the floor at the same time.
DJ Benga with 11 boards tonight. Needs one more bucket for a double-double. Sungala, and Benga gets another. It's Posey. Yeah, knocks down the triple. But for DJ Benga, he's got 2 blocks over the last 60 seconds and 4 for the second consecutive game.
He's got to take a page out of the Bill Russell shot blocking book where you just touch the ball. Slapping it that hard usually goes right back to the offensive team. That time, instead of getting 2, they got 3.
Palmer, real short.
No legs in his shot.
19-point game. Thornton also checked into the game. A rookie second-round pick. As Collison misses the 3, and Benga, he spun with a little bit after he took it away from Adam Morrison.
I think the officials want this game over with too. DJ.
Well, he needs one, and he gets one. He's got the double-double. Soft rim at that end of the floor tonight. 10 and 12 boards, 4 blocks for DJ Benga, as he filled in nicely in the absence of Andrew Bynum and Pau Gasol.
Yeah, he's getting ready to come out of the game now, though.
Luke Walton thought he was on top of the basketball.
Well, Benga got the basket, and on the previous possession defensively, he got the big block. But again, when you get blocks like that, spike it, just knock it out of the gym, and then shoot it and get that shooter's bounce. I know, you're going to tell me you're a shooter. Not. No, I'll tell you something. Powell and Andrew better hurry up and get back. They'll be on the bench permanently.
Yeah, okay. Sure. Okay. Marcus Thornton gets the three, the rookie out of LSU. Baton Rouge native. So the Lakers out of the timeout. Up 93-75 with 4.5 left. Luke Walton's had a good night. Held up by Sungila after the crossover. DJ Benga with a double-double, 4 blocks. There's one category he did not dent tonight.
Don't go there.
Didn't dent it.
Don't go there.
I'm not talking about turnovers.
You're talking about the helpers. No assists? Is that what you're trying to say? No assists?
You knew where I was going.
DJ said they don't pay me to pass.
Sasha a little bit strong. Get it inside for Julian Wright. That's his first basket of the game. Down to 16 with 4 to play.
This unity, again, they better start cleaning up their offensive end. Run their offense. If you miss shots, as long as they're, good shots, Phil won't be too upset with you. But if you start getting too careless with the ball, he's going to have some words for you.
Adam Morrison burns Julian Wright, who tried to take it away on the overplay. Ripped it back. 95-77. Good to see Adam on the board. He's got a couple of rebounds, a couple of points now in 3 minutes. Overall, though, Shannon Brown to the bench. They've done a nice job tonight. Thornton, he can hit it. I saw him in Summer League. They traded 2 second-rounders to Miami to pick up the rook out of LSU. He was taken 43rd overall and a kind of a larger Kyle Lowry, got about 6'4".
They're looking for somebody at that 2 spot.
He may find some time. Yep, taken away, Collison, and they couldn't hang on.
Well, all 3 of them were battling for it. No, there wasn't a Laker within 10 to 15 feet, but they kick it out of bounds. No change of possession, they say, so only 8 on the 24.
So Farmer on the crossover. Going to be set up for Adam Morrison. And that's one thing Adam can do. Good assist. Good setup at the crossover by Farmer to lose Collison and kick it over to Morrison. Well, we heard Phil Jackson talking about Adam Morrison throughout camp, that he was the best shooter during training camp, and he looked pretty good that time.
Still 2:41 to go in this game that the Lakers have had under control for quite some time. They lead by 18.
TV. It is going to be Game 6 for the 1980 NBA Finals. Magic Johnson was with us earlier tonight. Irvin talking about his rookie season and subbing for the captain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, that game. At center, as took over for Cap, and he looked like Cap, didn't he? 42 points, 15 boards, and 7 assists. As he had 42, and Magic talked about it, Jamal, so close. Was he ever smooth? Had 38, so 80 from the 2.
Josh Powell just beat the 5-second count.
It's taken away. And timeout is called. That was a must.
That timeout's called. It's going to be Hornets basketball as the Lakers just beat the 5-second count and then turn it over as they get across mid-court.
Missed that on Fox Sports West on Sunday. Welcome back to Staples Center. Joel Myers, Stu Lance, along with Chris McGee, joining Patrick O'Neal and Norm Nixon in just a couple of minutes. 2:20 plus left in this puppy. And Sungila on the long one. Boy, Sacramento, a bit of number on Golden State. There's less than a minute to play up at the state capitol. Sacramento 120, Golden State 103.
Didn't Sacramento beat the Jazz last night?
The Sacramento's had a nice little pick-me-up here. And Thornton's going to the line to shoot 2 on the foul by Josh Powell. Sacramento with the win tonight is 3-4. 2-1 at home. The biggest upset of all, though, and not that they won the game, but how they won the game, Oklahoma City, if you didn't hear, they beat Orlando, who went into the game. Orlando went into the game with only 1 loss at 5-1. And Oklahoma City won it 102-74. Granted, it was in Oklahoma City, but man. And Portland hammered Minnesota. They led it every step of the way, and they beat Minnesota 116-93. And Sacramento's doing it, don't forget, without Kevin Martin, who's out for better than a month with an injury.
He decided to have that thumb of his work on.
Farmar just beat the 8 count.
Well, you don't pick up your dribble there, number one, unless you're lagging back to the guard. If you have that guard back, they are really stripping the Lakers of the ball the last 4 possessions.
And hard foul. Sasha has got a flagrant. That's out of frustration. So Darren Collison is going to go to the free throw line, and then the ball coming in on the side. Not ending the way the Lakers would like it for the second unit.
No, and that's what I'm saying. This is going to give Phil all the ammunition he's going to need for practice. But the problem is the Lakers haven't approached the pressure in the last 4 possessions. They've really been tentative, and whether it's Collison or whoever, they have really done a job of stripping the Lakers when they get across midcourt.
So Collison gets the first. The 22-year-old out of Etiwanda High School here in UCLA was taken 21st overall by the Hornets. What a guy to play under and learn just in practice for Darren Collison to be out there every day with Chris Paul.
Yeah, that's got to be a nice thrill for Collison to be on the same team and learning from one of the game's very best.
Final 95 seconds. Son Gaila changed hands to get the finish, but not a bad idea. Morrison on the trail if Luke wanted it. And the Lakers can take their time. So they lead it by 14. They were up by as many as 27 early in the third. And Farmar with 1:17 to play. Hit, and will they say on the pass or on the reverse? It'll be a couple of free throws for Jordan Farmar. So the bench gets 15 from Shannon Brown, 11 from Luke Walton.
And this is the time of game, or the stages of games, where you really get concerned. Not that you're not concerned all the time, but injury factors. You know, you're attacking like that, and players on the other team are down big, and they're making hard fouls or whatever. Shannon Brown on the sideline, he doesn't have to worry about that right now. He had himself quite a game, didn't he?
Yeah, and he's a catalyst for the Lakers bench tonight. It's been Josh Powell for the most part, but tonight, and it's nice to see other sources as they get it to Collison. And hung a little bit to avoid the traffic from Adam Morrison. So 42 points. That's the first field goal for Darren Collison. Morrison. Well, just a little long.
Somebody opened the door.
Right. He had Collison. He lobbed it like he had a 7-footer.
Say something right now. That won't make Byron Scott very happy.
Sasha, hit by Armstrong, gets the triple. And going to the line, looking for the 4-point play.
I don't care what the score is. You play the game with good habits. And that last fast break by the Hornets, that play right there, that won't make Byron very happy. He's not happy to begin with. You make plays like that, and then you go down the other way and give up a 4-point play, or the possibility of a 4-point play. One of those nights.
And he gets the 4-point play. So Sasha with 7 in 12 minutes. Final minute. Marcus Thornton. A little bit hot.
Right on.
Yeah, a little bit hot. Otherwise, he's got his third 3-pointer.
A little bit more art.
There's a big scorer at LSU. Now Luke Walton trapped, and it's taken away. Again, too many turnovers. Collison reverses it home. So very clean when the starters were in there, and still only 12 turnovers for the game. But it was 8 until about 2 minutes ago. Don't need to take a shot, and Luke Walton. Proper thing to do, bring it back out, and it is all over. So the Lakers win 5 straight with a victory tonight, and are now atop the Pacific Division, like the Phoenix Suns, at 6-1, and that's a win. So a good crowd in downtown Los Angeles, sellout as usual at Staples Center. And Shannon Brown picked it up for the Lakers reserves. So almost 50 off the bench tonight combined after 35 of the previous game for the reserves. And the Lakers win it 104-88. And I wanted to wish you good luck tomorrow.